Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today, we're gonna check how to play with Mari. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So, Shinohara Mari. This is a protective human character, which are two very well-supported traits. And she is the newest character in the game, and she is not that bad, guys, I can tell you that. So, this character has decent HP, okay attack, but low defense and critical rate, which means that she struggles critting. You're gonna need to support that part with your formations or supporters. And also it's important to note that you may want to put at least one defense reduction supporter or balance supporter on her builds, because otherwise she might struggle with survivability. Now, let's check her skills and passive. For the passive, Scroll Bullet, when using skills, drops a scroll casing that has various effects depending on the attribute of the skill. So she has 5 attributes and 4 of them provide buffs. These buffs last for 7 seconds. Fire, ice, lightning, and wind are the ones that provide buffs. Fire gives an attack buff, a 10% attack buff. Ice gives a 10% critical rate buff. Wind gives a 5% speed buff. And lightning gives electric shield, which is super armor against ranged attacks. On the other hand, we have light. Light is a special one that removes 1 debuff from the character. And it is pretty well designed, trust me. Now, let's check the skills. So, first of all, we have Earth, Art, Serpent, Rock, Strike. Range attack, hold attack, 14-second cooldown, summons a burning stone snake and performs an area attack in front, inflicting burn on the target hit. This, of course, summons the attack scroll. 1 blue inflicts a snare on the enemies for 3 seconds, 2 blue increases attack range by 50%, and 3 blue increase critical damage by 250%. So this is the most useful skill on Mari's kit. It deals tremendous damage. It ensnares the enemies on your big AoE so that they can take all the hits. So yeah, it is a pretty good skill. The basic enhancer, Taimanin Art Stone Fist. This one, with 1 supporter, increases the speed of basic attacks by 5%, 2 supporters increases the speed of basic attacks by an additional 10%, and with 3 supporters increases particle charge amount by 50%. While it is nice to have speed increase on your attack, the extra effects of the stones that it summons are not that impressive. The particle charge, while appreciated, it's not necessary right now. We don't have a snake weapon nor a summer weapon, and we won't have probably a summer weapon for Mari. So yeah, equipping this character with this skill is not necessary in most situations, because unless you want to spam the ultimate, it's not really important. Then, Taimanin Art Thunder Shoulder. Melee attack, dash attack, 9-second cooldown. Shoulder charges the enemy while charged with electricity and inflicts them with electrocute. So again, this one is going to give you the electric scroll. This works on the main, so main red increases damage by 10% for 7 seconds. Main blue electrocutes the enemy's hit to attack a wide range, and main red decreases the defense of the enemy that got hit by 10% for 7 seconds. Well, the effect seems very useful. To say the truth, you're gonna use this the most on blue, because you have better options on the other colors. Maybe you can also use it on green. It's not that bad to have a damage increase, but it is not that busted. Now, Earth Art Dragonfall. Range attack, hold the bait, 12-second cooldown, and stomps the ground to summon and drop stone snakes, performing an area attack in front. 1 green makes the enemy hit by the stone snake groggy. 2 green additionally summons 2 snakes and increases the attack range. 3 green, increases skill damage by 150%. So this one, it is not that great. It deals massive damage, but it only deals 2 hits, and it is very very slow. That's the main issue with this one. When melee enemies are facing you, they are gonna come near you, and sometimes they're gonna be next to you on your sides, and they are not going to get hit by this. So that's an issue. You always have to position properly with this skill. Honestly, I wish that they increase the speed of this thing later. Then, Earth Art Terra Seal. Range attack immediately before enemy attack. Dodge, 12-second cooldown. During extreme dodge, summon multiple stone pillars and traps enemies to deal a final blow as a groggy attack. 2 green increases damage by 20% for 10 seconds. 2 blue increases defense by 20% for 10 seconds. 2 red increases attack range by 25%. So yeah, you can see that Mari likes to make things groggy, which it is a nice property. She has many skills that are going to have that effect, either groggy or stun. And well, this one is okay for PvP, and it is very good on green. That's why I say we don't use this one on green, because we have this buff. But on challenging content or standard content, we won't use this one that much, unless you actually need the defense reduction on blue. But the defense buff on blue, but it is not that useful for the most part, because the enemy has to be able to get groggy. So this might work on dailies perhaps, or event. Then Earth Art Stone Petals. Range attack immediately after enemy attack. Dodge, 7-second cooldown. When doing an instant dodge, fires when doing an instant dodge immediately after enemy attack. It says instant dodge, but it's a counter. This is a counter, just so you know. So when you counter, fires light bullets towards the ground to retreat. Stone emerges from the bullet holes, exploding with a flash, and inflicts stun on nearby enemies. This is the rainbow skill, so increases skill damage by 20% on green, decreases skill cooldown by 20% on blue, and increases attack range by 50% on red. This is an excellent skill. Usually I don't like counters because they are designed poorly, but this one is great. This is an escaping tool that gives you a cleanse and stuns the enemy in case the enemy already has the super armor down or broken, or you break it with this attack. You're going to have the opportunity to pick that cleanse and just reposition yourself or attack the enemy. It is extremely useful because this way you can just stop taking hits from a devastating blow. It's just an amazing skill. Then, so one more thing. This is the light one. This is the light. So we have fire, thunder, light. Then Earth Art Terra Rupture. Terra Rupture is going to be a range attack. During normal attacks, hold attack, 13-second cooldown, conjures a stone pillar in front to attack. 2 green makes the enemy groggy, 2 blue restores HP by 5% of damage dealt, 2 red explodes the stone pillar at the end and adds 2 additional attacks. So this is a very useless skill for the most part. The only redeemable quality of this one is the HP restoration, which honestly I wish they made the other HP recovery skill just like work on any color, the HP restoration effect, and change this skill because it doesn't provide that much benefit. It is another skill that has groggy, keep that in mind, but it is not that impressive for the most part. Then, Earth Art Splitting Flash Fang. Melee attack, hold the bait, 15-second cooldown, jumps at the end with cold stone snakes, and performs a falling attack, inflicting freeze to the target's hit. So of course this is going to be the one that drops the ice scroll that increases critical rate. 1 red reduces the damage of the enemy that got hit by 10% for 10 seconds. 2 red increases attack range by 50%. 3 red increases skill's critical rate by 50%. So, a couple things about this skill. Obviously, it's the weakest one of the pure color skills because it has the critical rate effect. That also means that its base damage is higher to compensate for that. It does respectable damage, but it is not like wild damage. In fact, the combination of skills is going to deal devastating damage, not this particular skill alone. And another thing, we have this damage reduction effect debuff, which is kind of useless because you're gonna inflict freeze onto the enemy and you're gonna just wait a bit of the buff's duration on that. So debuff's duration on that. So yeah, even so, it doesn't matter. It's not an important effect. Then, Taimanin Blazing Flash. Melee attack. Immediately after attack, evade. 3-second cooldown. Punches in front while advancing. When a slot effect is applied, performs an additional attack by creating an explosion. This is the pure color skill. So, with 3 green, drops a lightning casing and stuns the target. 3 blue, drops an ice and wind casing, freezes the enemies that got hit for 4 seconds, and reduces their speed by 10% for 5 seconds. 3 red, drops fire and lightning casings, burns and electrocutes the enemies hit for 4 seconds. So, this is also pretty good. Usually I don't like counters nor follow-up attacks, but these two are just too well designed. They did an amazing job on this one. This one is going to provide all the elements depending on what build you use. But that's pretty good because you can use the elements that you normally don't have on specific builds. That's good. Now, the last one is going to be the Awakening skill. Wind Sphere. Range attack, during normal attacks hold attack, 11-second cooldown, conjures a wind sphere on the palm to attack, reduces speed of the enemy hit by 10%. On 2 green, restores HP by 3% of damage dealt, 2 blue adds 3 additional attacks, 2 red decreases the defense of the enemy that got hit by 20% for 10 seconds. So, one more time. Fire, thunder, light, ice, and wind. And all of them depending on what build you use. So yeah, now you know the skills. A couple synergies that you might want to take into consideration. With this one, we have the lightning scroll on blue. We pair this on blue so that we also gain the wind and ice. The wind and ice buffs. So this is one of the combos, and with this one we get the fire one. And this one is not the greatest combination. Talking about the elements that you can gain, but it works pretty well regardless. So this one is going to provide the defense reduction on red, and that's why we don't use this one. We use this along with this because we get lightning. If you pair shoulder, thunder shoulder, with the red one of the follow-up attack, you will be applying electrocute twice, and you don't really need it. So because of the cooldown of this skill, that's why we don't pair it on red with Blazing Flash. Instead, we use Wind Sphere, and that way we have fire, lightning, and wind, along with ice. So yeah, the thing is you have to know your combos so that you maximize your buffs. Now, let's test Mari. We're gonna start with red, but red is going to be over here on floor 110. Why? Because, well, it is useful, sure, but we don't have HP recovery, or well, skills that provide HP recovery. So for most of the builds, I'm going to be using the arena weapon. It's going to be 5 out of 5 and plus 15. And the sub weapon is going to be the ambitious weapon. Again, 5 out of 5 plus 15. Critical damage, Magatamas, water element, whatever attack Magatamas on the sub slot. So we use Wind Sphere, Blazing Flash, Splitting Flash Fang. As for the supporters, we need to provide both critical rate and damage reduction. This supporter is extremely good for Mari because she needs that damage reduction. Fuyusuki to have an insane damage increase, and Susune because we can and we will debuff the enemy a lot, and this way we can heal ourselves. Stats of the customs, stat training, and the formations. For the formations, I'm using HP increase along with damage reduction from the bosses and protect damage increase along with melee damage increase. So let's do that run super quickly. And well, the one thing that I have to be careful with is Nagi. Everything else is going to be, like this. I do this and I do the follow-up attack and then I do this one. Okay, good. I guess I'll just let it explode. Oh, it didn't explode, really? Okay. I'll do it myself, I guess. Done. So one more thing that you want to take into consideration when talking about Mari, or when using Mari, is that she likes to buff herself a lot. And as such, she pairs very well with both Kana and Melt. Those supporters are going to provide you damage increase per buff on your character, so be sure to use that. Okay, and I attack and I use this. Okay, I'll just do this one and I'll reposition over here. Come on, like that. Perfect. Nice. So this way I can just deal with the boss quickly before it does a mess with my HP. HP recovery. Now that I think about it, there's one thing that you might want to take into consideration. Right now, Mari is glitched. She's bugged. Her ultimate can paralyze the enemies for some reason. So yeah, that's a thing. Honestly, I don't know why that happens, but it happens. Let's see. I'll let the enemies gather, and then I'll try to avoid using the... Oops. No, really? Really? They still lock me. I did this run. I mean, I had the ultimate. You know I could have, but I didn't want to use the ultimate. It works. Just trust me on this one, bro. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. Anyways, let's go with... No. This one we're gonna adjust a little bit. We're gonna use this and this. Lan can help you do burst damage with your main damaging skill, but it is not a good option, just so that you know, because it's difficult to sustain the buff. So the weapons are gonna be the same. As for the skills, Serpent Rock Strike with Thunder Shoulder and Blazing Flash. So for this one, I'm going to be using, as you saw, the Founding 3 along with Ana Rose and Kana. These are going to provide a ton of buffs, and that's going to make Kana a good damage dealer. And wait a moment, I forgot. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use the HP recovery because we need some form of HP recovery. If I use the Founding 3, we need the HP recovery skill instead. So there we go. And we can go up to 29 just to show you that this is a very reliable build. We have an even better build, but we're gonna show that at the end of the solo runs. And I forgot to start with the best skill. Yeah, this one. Which is the it's hold. It's dash attack. It's dash attack. I forgot. Yeah, it's still been just a couple days, so I'm still trying to memorize everything. Okay, HP recovery, deal with all the enemies, and God, Mari is such a beast. If you thought Azuma was a beast with that dual element gimmick, well, Mari comes with all of them. Nice, nice. Let's see. I'll just... Okay. 2 million. And done. Excellent. And I recover my HP. And I won't use this. I'll just use the basics, because I want my cooldown ready for the next battle, for the next wave. So, done! And I'll use the active. Okay, good. Oh no! I cast it on the wrong enemy. Well, that's unfortunate. In any case, let's heal a bit. I inflict the electrocute to deal more damage, and okay, good. HP recovery. And increase my damage, and then destroy the enemies. I'm just going to recover more HP. You see, you want your damage reduction in some shape, way, or form, because otherwise you're gonna have troubles. Fortunately, we have the mobs for HP recovery, but if I didn't have the Founding 3, I would be in a pinch. Okay, HP recovery, damage increase, and okay, yeah, done. Excellent. Great, great, great. So the next one. The next one is going to be the green build. For the green build, you can guess it already. We're gonna be doing 130 because we have Core Phantasma over there. Weapons are the same. For skills, Earth, Art, Dragonfall, Terra Seal to have the buff, and Wind Sphere to have the HP recovery. Core Phantasma, I forgot her name, Kaoru, and Saika. Honestly, I think I'll change Saika for... Where is she? No, forget it. I'll keep Saika. I could use Nanao. Nanao is another viable option. But the thing is, I want the particle refill effect that this provides, because it's gonna be useful to use the ultimate. So, yeah, we do this one. And well, let's do a run. For this one, I'm gonna have to be very careful, cause these Canaloas can kill me in one hit. If they do the grabbing technique, I'm done for. So I'll have to respect that. Oh no! There. I have a slow effect on me. That's awful. Okay, done. Multi-hits. And you see how slow the skill is? That's the issue with this color, DPS. She has the damage, but it is slow. I'll just heal myself and destroy the Canaloa. And done. I'll keep my particles for the next wave. No, the one after this one. Why? Because there's gonna be more Canaloas. Unfortunately, I'm also going to glitch the boss. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. I guess you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Because it has happened to me a couple times already. Okay, HP recovery. And there. HP recovery. Yeah, the perfect dodge pairs very well with the green build. Not only because of the attack buff, but also because of the fact that it pairs excellent with the pure green skill on how it behaves. Okay, I'll just recover HP and then deal damage and recover more HP. Done, perfect. And done. Now, I'll use the ultimate and glitched. Yep, look, the enemies won't move. Not that they were going to kill me, but I'll try to avoid. The thing is, I cannot avoid it on the next wave. Okay, yeah, good. I'll use this one. You can correct the glitch once you break the super armor of the enemy. So yeah, anyways, there. I'll just attack a bit more. And there. Done. Perfect. Nice. Oh, the thing is, I'll have to wait a bit before I can use my ultimate. But then I'm going to glitch the bosses. So, let's see. I'll just do this and this. Reposition. Heal. There. Nice. I'll use the attack. And I'll use the ultimate. And look. Oh my god. It's alive! You shouldn't be alive. You're the one thing that I don't want to see in this level. Ugh, oof. That was close. Unnecessarily so. Okay, done. I'll just eliminate the mob. And look at the silliness of the bosses. Just there doing nothing. But once I break their super armor, they'll start doing their thing, as you can see. Okay, I'll try to get close to Ingrid so that I can just correct that bug. Oh my god, what did you do? God, what was that? Okay, HP recovery. This attack is devastating, you know? Fortunately, I can just recover the HP. Again? You did it again? There. Nice. Like this. Perfect. And... okay, Ingrid is not going to... no, she's barely going to be corrected before dying. Okay, done. There. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not like I can do the testing once the glitch is corrected. But I mean, well, I can, but I'm not going to update the video later. So yeah, she can do this. She can do this, and she can even do it without Core Phantasma. Yeah, we're gonna test her ambitious weapon. For this one, we're going with the ambitious weapon this time. We are going to use the build that you originally saw. Serpent Rock Strike, Thunder Shoulder, and Blazing Flash. Then we use Massacre Grenade for the survivability and buffs, Bright and Rose for the critical consistency, and Kana. And with that, this is great. I'm gonna do it without the ultimate, just so that you know. I can do it without the ultimate. It's just that reliable. I do this, and I do this. Again, and I'll just use this one, and done. Nice. So just so that you know, the ambitious weapon provides random extra random scrolls, and for each scroll you get like 2% damage increase up to 60 stacks, no, 30 stacks, which is a 60% damage increase, and on top of that it has a skill damage increase, like raw skill damage increase. Yeah, it is a pretty strong weapon. I'll just wait a bit, and once done, yeah, they are gone. I'll just nuke it. Done. Yeah. Great. Oops, I forgot about positioning myself. Can I? Will I? Okay, let's see. I think I managed to... oh, no, I didn't nuke Sayaneo. That's bad. Okay. That already nuked Sayaneo. Okay, great. Yeah, it wasn't classy, but... I mean, it worked. What you have to do is go straight to where Sayaneo is going to appear. Then you use your main blue skill, and you just nuke her with the follow-up attack, the tackle, and the follow-up attack again. So yeah, I didn't do that, but it's doable. And you can see that this is a very strong character when equipped with the ambitious weapon. Not everyone can say that Lan, but well, it is good. But we're not done yet. We also have to test this one on Taima 5VR. So 660. And we're doing this one. Let's check the supporters pretty quickly. So first of all, Phantasma. She's going to be using the Momochi weapon, whatever attack Magatama's anti-machine, whatever weapon on the sub-slot, whatever Magatama's on the sub-slot. And the only... let's focus on the important things. She's going to be using Sucubus Whisper to provide an attack up for the character. for Mari, and she also has the leader skill. We have Mirabelle, we have Azusa, because we are not going to cast Mirabelle's active twice. It's going to be that fast. So we want the penetration for the human allies, and Lapis is going to provide another source of damage increase. Then we have Felicia. Felicia is going to be using again the Momochi weapon, and we're going to increase the speed so that she can keep the stacks up. We're going to use Vampiric Zone to heal, Sanguine Smash to apply the defense reduction, and the basic enhancer to attack super fast and keep the Momochi debuff up. We use Taimanin Shinmora to increase the damage of demons and humans, like Mari. I'm using Misaki just because there's not another green supporter that I can use that is going to enhance the performance of Mari. I wish that we get more supporters that provide buffs for the party or performance increase for the party on green. And over here we have Azusa to help with crit consistency. And Mari, well, we're gonna use the ambitious weapon because, well, we want the best damage. We're gonna use the same build basically. We use Serpent Rock Strike, Thunder Shoulder, and Blazing Flash, along with this one. We're instead of using what's the name, Massacre Grenade, we're using the Founding 3 with Anna Rose and Kana. So yeah, let's do. Oh yeah, I forgot about these ones. We are going to use the generic damage increase, melee damage increase, range damage increase, and damage increase against debuffed enemies. So the idea here is that we want to be next to Felicia. Wherever she goes, we'll go to. Because she's going to debuff the enemies tremendously. So let's see. Nice. So just like that, perfect. And now can I? There. Felicia. There. Really? Okay. Done. Ah, that explains. They have a ton of damage reduction. That's why. I was like, they're lasting like way too long. That explains. Let's do another run just cause. You see that she didn't finish with the buff on the Mari buff on, but she is pretty good. She usually did that. Let's try it one more time just to see if we can see Super Saiyan Mari. So we do this one. Thunder. Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I remembered. Okay, like this. The follow-up, the dash attack, and the follow-up, and done. Yeah, Super Saiyan Mari is here. With all the particle effects. Yeah. Nice. So, let's finish with the weapons. Over here on collection, weapons, Mari. So, we have the SR weapons. First, we have Photon Knuckle. This one says, when using a skill attack, it decreases enemy speed by 5% up to 10% for 7 seconds up to 3 stacks. That's going to be between 15 and 30% speed reduction, which is nice, honestly. But it is not extremely busted. It is useful, but I wouldn't say it's busted. Besides, you also want to reduce your cooldown or use the follow-up attack a lot. So keep that in mind. If you don't use the right build, you won't be able to take advantage of this because it lasts 7 seconds, but Some skills have long cooldowns. Then the Kirtimuka. Kirtimuka is a terrible weapon because it just provides critical rate, which Mari needs, but not with those stats. Saint Miraculum, the ambitious weapon. Damage dealt increases by 1% up to 2% each time a drop item is collected, stack up to 30 times. When a scroll casing is dropped, an additional random type scroll casing is dropped. Skill damage increases by 20% up to 40%. After using skills 3 times, critical damage increases by 200% for 4 seconds. Yeah, really strong. As expected, the best weapon right now, the Cherry Blossom weapon, which we never discussed because mileage. The ultimate weapon, Albedo Scarab, increases damage against debuffed enemies by 15% up to 30%, and they active for 4 particle dashes a short distance forward to unleash consecutive groggy attacks equal to 310 up to 620% of attack. So yeah, groggy, more groggy, yeah. As if you didn't need more of that. So it is a good weapon. If you want to roll for the one, it's fine. But remember, ultimate weapons usually get outclassed. I think it will be outclassed because a 30% damage increase is fine. But it is not super busted. The PP weapons and the Momochi weapon. The Momochi weapon is okay to use, but Mari isn't the kind of character who is good at sustaining the debuffs. She can inflict a ton of them with some of her attacks, but she is kind of average speed, even a little bit below average when attacking. She relies too much on her combos, so I wouldn't use this weapon on her. Maybe on Total War, but that would be about it. So, should you buy Mari? Well, she's a well-rounded character. She applies buffs, debuffs, she has HP recovery, she has excellent skills, honestly. But she doesn't have explosive damage. She doesn't replace any of the busted attackers. So you don't need to buy her right away. You can wait. But it is a good investment, honestly. She's pretty fun to use. She's kind of like Sue in that she's a very technical character that you have to know which are the best combos, how to use it properly, and that's super fun. And you saw that she's reliable. So yeah, if you want to get it, but it is not like you need it right away. Anyways, that's about it for today. I hope you found this useful, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!